I'm Phil McKnight and I'd like to talk to you about the importance of buying quality freshly roasted coffee when using your espresso machine. I recommend that you buy quality whole bean coffee and grind it right before you extract. That way you capture all of the delicate aromatics and coffee oils contained within the bean in your espresso and they won't be lost to air. When buying beans, always look for a roasted on date. I don't recommend buying beans with a use by date because you just can't tell when they were roasted. You should use coffee 7 to 28 days after it was roasted to get its peak flavour. Once it goes beyond 28 days, then the delicate aromatics and oils that are contained within the bean are driven to the surface and you can't capture them in the espresso. This always translates into thin, weak and light looking extractions that lack crema and they won't have any great flavours. So let me demonstrate what freshly roasted quality coffee looks like when we extract espresso. We expect to see our espresso drop from the spouts at between 9 and 14 seconds. And you can see the pores of espresso are hanging straight down. They're quite dark, they're quite viscous, and they're dripping a little bit like warm honey. So you can see our layer of crema, that delicate aromatic that sits on top of the espresso is building up, and we're looking for 30 seconds on our shot clock. So there you can see this is what an espresso extraction looks like when you use fresh quality coffee. So now I'd like to demonstrate what an espresso extraction looks like when using coffee that's got a use by date on it. You can't tell how old it is. So you can see that the espresso has dropped well inside 9 seconds and it's flowing really uncontrolled and really quickly, and the espresso pour is really erratic. You can also see that we're not getting any crema build-up on the top of our espresso, so that means we're not going to have great flavours. So you can see how watery and how light the pour is. It's not dark and it's not dripping like warm honey. So here's our extractions from our coffee with the use by date on it. You can see there's a lot more coffee volume. That's because we couldn't make the grind fine enough to slow down the extraction to get the best volumes. Also, the crema is really bleached out and pale, and that means that espresso will taste really bitter and astringent, as opposed to our roasted on coffee date, where we have caramel coloured crema that will be balanced, sweet and well-rounded. Remember, you should always buy your whole bean coffee from your local roastery or seek the advice of a barista from your regular cafe, and they'll let you know the best type of coffee beans for the drink that you're making at home. Hi, I'm Phil McKnight and I'd like to explain to you today how to get the best out of your auto milk texturing system on your Oracle espresso machine. With traditional steam wands, they rely on the barista holding the tip of the steam wand at exactly the right position to draw air into the milk. Our system introduces that air automatically, so it's a very simple process. Now our system is tuned to work best with full cream cow's milk, but if you choose to have skim milk, light milk, soy or maybe almond milk, it might be a little brand dependent, so you might need to change your brand to get the best result that you can from the system. Also, we rely on making sure that the steam wand is very clean, so it's really important that you have a damp cloth like this one right next to your espresso machine so that you're able to wipe the steam wand as soon as you finish texturing your milk. It's also really important to wipe the tip to keep the holes in the tip of the steam wand clear, because that affects the performance. Even though the steam wand will auto purge to help these holes stay clear, it's still very important that you wipe them directly after use. So with the Oracle's auto milk texturing system, you're able to set temperature and texture. That means that you can set the temperature that the steam will stop. You can also adjust the level of foam, so you can have heavier foam for a cappuccino or lighter foam for a latte. We recommend when you set the temperature that you use somewhere between 60 and 65 degrees C. That means the coffee will be almost at drinking temperature when it's poured. If you like a hotter coffee, we suggest that you use boiling water to preheat your cups. You can use a kettle or you can use the hot water spout from the Oracle to do that. That stops you from damaging the delicate milk proteins and solids by overheating the milk to get a hotter coffee. With the foam, I like to set the texture dial in the centre and then adjust from there. It's really up to you, it's personal preference. To get the best results out of your Oracle's milk texturing system, I recommend that you should purge right before you actually texture your milk. So that's just a tap down on the lever, and that purges out any condensed water that may have accumulated in the steam wand. When you're texturing your milk, always make sure that you texture just the right amount of milk for the coffees that you're making. This is the minimum amount that you can texture, just covering the white ring on the steam wand. Generally what I like to do is I like to fill up to the V on the jug. That seems to be a good balance between a small amount and a large amount. Another tip is always use really cold milk. If you can have your milk jug in the fridge prior to use, that means it'll start out really cold and the steam will actually have longer contact time with the milk to generate that really nice silky texture that you get in a cafe or coffee shop. So let me show you how simple it is to use. Lift up the steam wand, just put the milk in the centre, tap down to start. So right now the system is introducing air and steam into the milk. So we're getting heating and the milk being stretched by increasing its volume both at the same time. They're not two separate processes, they're actually happening together simultaneously. On our LCD we have live temperature feedback, so you can see exactly what temperature the milk is at. So we've set our milk for 60 degrees, so when the milk reaches 60, the steam system will automatically stop. All we need to do now is lift up our steam wand, drop down our jug, wipe our steam wand with our damp cloth, just wipe the tip to clean the tip, and then we push it back down to the home position, it'll automatically purge to clean the tip. So what you need to do now is just tap down the jug, and that'll settle any large bubbles that are in the textured milk, and then just swirl quite vigorously just to integrate the texture and bring the silkiness of the milk all together. It should look like white paint or white chrome, very, very shiny and really silky. So if you get milk that's not really silky and well textured and has large bubbles or maybe a bit thin in its texture, that probably means that the holes in the tip of the steam wand are not fully clear. So the way to unblock those is just use the cleaning tool. Now the cleaning tool is located in the tool storage tray just behind our drip tray. Now there's our tool that we're going to use to clean the tip, and all you need to do is just insert that tiny little needle just into the 5 holes in the tip, just to make sure that they're unblocked, and that will improve the performance. Now if that doesn't completely improve the performance, perhaps it may need a deeper clean. Now the way you do a deeper clean is using a damp cloth. We just unscrew the tip from the steam wand, making sure that it's not too hot if you've just recently used it. Now once you have the tip off, it's very easy to clean. It's much easier to clean with our pin tool when it's off, and we can also soak it in some hot water. All you need to do is just put it in a glass, fill it with hot water and allow it to soak. Or you can use the steam wand cleaning solution that we provide. It's just a sachet of powder, dissolve it in here and let this soak to loosen up any milk solids that have blocked the holes. Just be careful with the steam wand, because we have this red O-ring down the bottom, this red O-ring at the top, and you want to make sure that you don't damage or lose those 2 O-rings when you're cleaning this system. You'll know straight away if you have damaged them, because the next time you go to texture your milk, you won't get any texture at all. You'll get temperature straight away with no texture. We do provide you with 2 spares of these, just in case you do lose them or damage them. Once you've cleaned the tip, it's just a case of screwing the tip back onto the wand, then your steam wand's ready to use. The Oracle's Auto Milk Texturing System allows you to get cafe quality textured milk simply and easily. So we're here at the Rocks Aroma Festival 2015 and we're lucky to be with Caleb Cha, recently crowned World Latte Art Champion. Welcome, Caleb.
Thank you.
Congratulations on winning the championship, just an amazing achievement.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy for that.
So how long have you been competing in latte art competitions for?
I only started from last year, so officially it's been 2 years. I came 2nd place in National Latte Art Championship last year, so I decided to try again this year, and fortunately I came 1st place in the world.
Wow, that's incredible.
So I'm very happy for the results, and I'm very happy made Australia proud.
How did you prepare for that? Was that a big preparation?
Yeah, absolutely big preparation. So basically I replicated 100 cups of each pattern and then 300 cups a day. That means, so 7 days straight, morning to afternoon, that means 2,000 cups a week.
Wow.
And then 7 weeks straight, so no break, no day off. So approximately 14,000 cups of coffee. That was intense preparation.
So you judged the Breville Smackdown today at the Aroma Festival. How'd you find that?
I actually love the format of Smackdown because I've been a few Smackdowns before. I actually competed Smackdown before, and the format is absolutely exciting and interesting even for the baristas who want to compete each other, or before you go to the formal national championship, Latte Art championships, and the Smackdown is going to be the base of the national championships.
Right.
So I think it's a really, really good format.
Can you give anybody who was watching some tips, your top 3 tips on how to do latte art?
I think you should have good textured milk first, because latte art is all coming up from the milk and the espresso. So I think you need to know how to steam the milk properly, how to texture milk properly. And then second tip is getting a good crema of espresso. And the last thing is just keep practicing. Just don't give up until you get it right. Today, I'm going to show you how to produce one of my favorite design, caffeinated zebra. First thing you need to do, take it out, put some water, clean it properly, start to grind the coffee bean. This machine has grinded by itself and self-tempered. It's a fantastic function. Just wait for a second. It's done. Next, clean it up, put it in the machine. Make sure you lock it tight. And I'll be extracting the espresso. Just check the espresso. Look at that, beautiful espresso is coming out from the machine. All right, so now, done. Next thing you need to do, steam the milk. First, you can use automatic or manual. I'll choose a manual. Make sure you want to hear the hissing sound from the beginning of the steaming. This is because you want to have enough froth in your milk before it gets too high temperature. When it's up to 65 degrees, turn the steam off. Wait for a second. Make sure you wipe it out, the milk residue. And it'll flush by itself 5 times. How good is it? All right, and now it's time to pour. So pour in the middle, gently. Make sure you got enough crema there. You don't want to break the crema. Beautiful. So ready to pour the first rosetta on the top. Start to roll the cup and keep pouring it. And second rosetta go back to the bottom and little dot in the middle. Okay. Using the etching tool, pick the crema, make the eyeball nice and gentle, and make the ear, and make a big smile in the face because coffee kicks in. And don't forget the nose hole, and use the milk froth. Make another eyeball on it. And now it's time to make a steam. 3 large S's and handle. Little light on the eyeball. There you go. It's my signature latte art, caffeinated zebra.
Amazingly, this little fella has the potential to release over 800 flavours. And it's not just what you put in that defines your coffee. At Breville, we believe what you put it into makes all the difference. So we designed the Oracle, the first espresso machine to grind, tamp and extract with barista precision, while frothing the milk for you just the way you like it, so you can get more out of your coffee in no time at all.
Hi, I'm Phil McKnight from Breville, and this is our Oracle espresso machine. It's taken our designers and engineers just over 3 years to bring this revolutionary espresso machine to market so you can get true cafe quality coffee at home. We've put together this short video to help you set up your machine so you get the most out of the world's first automatic manual espresso machine. So let's get started. When you get your Oracle home, it's important to unpack carefully. Lie the box on its side and use the flap of the box to slide the Oracle out. In the accessories box you'll find everything you're going to need to use your machine. Water filter, filter holder, knock box, cleaning accessories, steam wand cleaning sachets and the portafilter. Make sure you wash all the parts and accessories and dry thoroughly. Soak the filter in water for 5 minutes and insert into the filter holder. Then fill the tank with fresh clean cold water. Dip the test strip in and out of the water quickly and then wait for 1 minute to determine the water hardness. Turn the machine on. Next you'll need to program the water hardness correctly as it determines how regularly you need to descale or change the water filter. Fill the hopper with freshly roasted beans. One of the key factors to getting great tasting coffee is freshly roasted beans. Coffee is at its peak flavour between 5 and 20 days after roast, so it's important to always buy coffee with a roasted on date on the bag. Never buy beans with a best before or use by date, as you'll never know when they were roasted. We recommend you start with grind size 30. Start the automatic grinding, dosing and tamping by moving the portafilter to the right and slowly releasing back to the centre. When it's finished you can see a perfectly tamped and dosed portafilter just like this, without any mess. Insert into the group head and press the 1 cup or 2 cup button. The flow of espresso should be thick like warm honey with a caramel coloured crema. If the extraction is too fast, it means your grind size is too coarse and you need to adjust the grind size finer. On the other hand, if the extraction is too slow, it means your grind size is too fine and you'll need to adjust the grind size to a coarser setting. Fill your jug with fresh cold milk to just below the V in the spout. Select the temperature and frothiness. We're making a latte today, so we're choosing less texture. Press down on the lever to start. The Oracle will automatically stop when your selected temperature is reached. When the milk is finished texturing, wipe the steam wand with a damp cloth and push down to activate automatic purging. Swirl the microfoam. Pour the milk directly into the centre of the espresso and pour at a steady rate, not breaking the crema to create a blank canvas. Hold the tip of the jug close to the surface until the white appears, then shake from side to side and move back. Then pour through to finish the pattern. Now that you know your Oracle, the fun really begins. Get creative with different drinks, practice your latte art skills, and before you know it, you'll be showing off to your family and friends. So there you have it, the Oracle, the world's first automatic manual espresso machine. It allows you to make true cafe quality coffee at home. We really hope you enjoy the Oracle. For more information, tips and techniques, head to the website